Helps if we're not muted. Oh dear, one of these days I'm going to get everything right the first go and I may just die of shock. So today we're going to go to Stillwater Springs and have a little wander around the house I built there, which I did with structural pieces from Solitude. Doing this to decide if I want to keep it or if I want to dismantle it and rebuild when the Mark Arthur pieces come out. I'm a little bit torn. I like it, but it is a little bit ugly. Mostly because the Solitude walls have like a sort of tapering, slightly curved thing on the flat pieces, and phasing them in together is a bit tricky. So we were left with a few fairly ugly joins. Oh yeah, and... oh no, wrong button. As we can see, we resurrected Polish's many spears, but he's an necro healer now. I missed having a scaly boy. So housing, noble, Stillwater retreat. I think I'm a better decorator per se than I am a structural builder, but I try. But we're going to go and have a little evaluation, because Stillwater's retreat is a really nice location, and I think the Markarth dwarven pieces would work really well considering that lake has a Dwemer ruin submerged in it. I just don't know yet. Dost we or dost we not? Oh yeah, and we're dealing with another bad hair day because of them ever eternal lockdown. Fluff is not at all bothered, he's just facing away. Flufficus! Darling! I know you hear me, I saw those ears twitch. No? Not interested? So I kept the initial dwarven lights, although I might just whap them out and stick them in Stone Eagle Eyrie because, you know, dwarven lights aren't exactly plentiful and the plans are bloody expensive. So, first thing we see as we come in, right, let's go into screenshot mode. Options, video, screenshot mode. So, obviously, the first thing you can see as we come in is the crafting shed, which was fairly simple. It's a wooden Solitude platform and a couple of work tents. And we just slap down our crafting stations. Simple, easy, relatively painless. I added a few trees and a nice walkway. Bit of a step up. You can kind of see the joins where the stones are if you look closely. And over here we've got an altar to the divines because, you know, everyone needs to be a little prim, proper and respectful. I surrounded it with as many trees as I could, but because it was a structural build, I had to be very careful with the build limit. Especially in the final edit. I do love these Alinor shrines though. The High Elves may be pompous, but they know how to make something pretty. So, we go over this way, and I had the Imperial Shrines of the Bay. And I thought, okay, we'll put these here. There'll be a nice light source on the path. I'm just like not sure if I'd keep them. I mean, the stonework will probably blend fairly well with the Mark Earth pieces. And I have no issue with the Solitude arches, but see, here we are with the walls, and you can see the phasing of the pillars. I tried to get the ground and first floor together at the same level, but the fact that the pillars taper and these walls do, where are we? I don't know, they're like, they taper upwards as you go vertically. But anyway, let's not worry about structural inconsistencies right now, let's show it off. So this is a kind of little hiding hole. The idea was going to be that it's somewhere for, you know, a noble or a royal to hide, maybe like Prince Ernstger's hunting lodge, or, you know, maybe Svargrim's. Some place to come and chill. And on the inside we've got some nice tapestries, and then we've got a nice little heated area here with Parari. Nazemi's not in the kitchen for once because, you know, she's doing other stuff. Titus is just chilling. He's not really particularly bothered by the cold, but he's close enough to the fire to get some benefit from it. A bit like a cat. This area in here is the bedroom. We've got a variety of different beds. We've got 3 for the servants, and I think we've got Birodar and Phaedra in here. I love the little vase with its little bush tree. Those are nice. I can't wait for them to come back in the luxury vendor. Some tapestries to break up the stone. A little skooma parlour here. Another little chill area here. These fireplaces are come on, first person, so the tapestry doesn't clip. These fireplaces here are really nice, but hanging some of the larger paintings on them is a bit of a bugger. And of course the door's open, so you can see it's like not particularly well phased. I don't know, structural builds are kind of fiddly. Anyway, out here we put a little bit of a gaming chill out area. You can sit here and weave, or you can sit here, have a drink and play games. Just, you know, a nice little ground floor deck to chill at. And Nazemi's just, you know, slightly indecisive about what she's going to do herself. See, this place wasn't too bad for build count until I decided to start adding interior walls, because every interior wall took another slot, and the pillars, and oh my. Not to mention the hassle I had when I was trying to do the roof. But yeah, so we go around this corner, and this is the stairway up. I put out some nice paintings and a few trophies and mementos. Some antiquities. See, there's another really ugly join. You see what I mean? This is the like narrow part of the wall right up the top of it, and then the next wall is like way wider at the base. I think the... Hey Bambi, who's a pretty boy? Yes. Yes, you want to cuddle? Oh, who's a pretty boy? I would pick him up, but he doesn't like it. So, yeah, the benefit to those Markarth plans that are coming out is that they're all dwarven and geometrical, so the walls will be the same width at the bottom as they are at the top. Oh, who's a pretty kitten? No dear, don't headbutt the controller. Just coming for a meow? Yeah, you just came in for a meow. He's a grumpy old man, but he is 18, so we'll let it slide. Upstairs is another library. You know me, I love me a library. And we've got a couple of little pocket watcher refugees from Apocrypha who decided to settle in because, you know, libraries are familiar. They're quite used to them. I'm so happy that they allowed us to unclip people from the terrain. Well, people and the non-combat pets, because having the pocket watchers at different depths was something I was quite keen on. So yeah, we go up, we go down, we go up. Paths are a crazy, trippy, technicolor dream. But yeah, so I went fairly good with hey Indian, hello anyone else that's watching. I'm touring my house tour before I reconsider tearing this particular one down to replace with the Markarth stuff. Hey! Because like I say, some of those joins, like that one there, kind of obvious and ugly. We're good. Housing tour. And then we're going to run some dungeons on my Necro Healer. I missed having an Argonian. Oh, you should give ESO another try. There's a lot to do. You never know. You might find yourself really into stuff like housing or maybe even PvP. You like shooters? I mean, that's PvP. I mean, admittedly, it's bows and daggers and axes PvP, but you might enjoy it. What platform were you thinking of re-downloading on? Ah, PC. See, I can't really help you with anything on PC. I mean, if you were playing on Xbox, I could like set you up with training gear and a housing guild and stuff. But PC, I have like no contacts there. I used to have some people that were in my main social guild that took it up on PC, but we've kind of like fallen out of contact. So. But yeah, let's go back into screenshot mode, video, screenshot mode. So far tonight it's just kind of a wee house tour. I built this entire thing from scratch, but like I've been complaining, it's the Solitude walls I used there, they are a lot wider at the bottom than they are at the top. So phasing one on top of another can be quite problematic and a little bit ugly. And if I'd like doubled them up, I would have lost way more in terms of build count. I like the layout. If it's possible, I'll probably try and keep this shape, but just reskin the walls with new building components. I might have to take out the interior walls and rebuild it though. I recommend giving ESO a go. There's like a whole bunch of stuff to do. And if you do turn out to enjoy it, you can always go for Emperor or try all the Battleground achievements. Bloodletter, Relic Runner. Do you like flag games or are you more about curb stomping people into mush? There's a PvP that's going to suit you out there somewhere. This little bit here is a terrace. You know, just chill out in better weather, do some painting, half finished painting there, a little bit of drink. Chill out area for when it's not bloody snowing. I swear, if we could like set the weather for these places, I would be so happy. But yeah, kind of ugly joins there. I've seen other people do much more impressive stuff. Well, when Joseph isn't streaming, when Joseph is streaming, I'll pop in and chat with him. But the issue is, he keeps trying to get me to co-stream Fortnite on PS4, and I can't quite figure out Twitch on PS4. Oh, building's not really that hard. It's like, exit. So here we've got the Stone Atronach trophy. Boom. Want to turn it around. Spin it around. You don't like what you've done with it, just exit the housing editor before it's resolved. You don't like the position it was in before. You go back with the left bumper. And it's back to where it was. It's a fairly simple system. The beauty of it is that you put the furnishings down yourself, so if I had a friend from my housing guild in here, they could like move stuff if we gave them decorator permission, but they can't take it. Well, this I built myself. All these pieces are modular. This is a blank building plot. There's 3 of them in the game. There's Moonsugar Meadow, there's Stillwater Springs, and there's Cold Harbour Surreal Estate. They basically start out as blank slates, and you can develop them as you like. Berthair Cavern's kind of the same, but it's like just an empty cave. The Grand Sidgic Villa was a proper mansion house. Grand Topol Hideaway is your own little island. Hall of the Lunar Champion was free. It's a full-on 4-chambered building you can unlock with the Elsewhere thing. Hunter's Glade is fairly expert. I don't know, what's crank 90s? I'm not up on the lingo, I'm an old dude. I'm like 41. But yeah, stuff like Lakemire and Lynchall are probably houses. Well, are full-on houses, but Moonsugar and Stillwaters and Cold Harbour are all vacant building plots. Like, none of this except the trees was here when you buy it blank. And I sealed off this little area because 1, I was running out of build space, and 2, it looked a bit empty because, like, see, there's a whole other half of the area here. Now, if crank 90s means being successful in Fortnite, then I would fail hard. I am abysmal at shooters. The one thing I did put down here, though, is my treasure pile. In my head, it's just, you know, someone hiding their wealth squirreled away, and they didn't, you know, recover it before they passed over. Oh yeah, building's no particularly hard. It's just arrange stuff in a pleasing fashion and try to hide the joins, which I didn't quite succeed at here, but again, the walls are kind of tapery. Let's pull one out to show you. See, wide at the bottom, narrow at the top. I'm much better at lining things up when they're building up. Oh, right. I've never been particularly good at the building in Fortnite. I tried it, but I'm a little bit slow with the reflexes. That's why I'm not so good at PvP in this game. Incidentally, if you ever want to see me suffer in PvP on this game, there's a playlist on my YouTube channel. Same name as the Twitch one. But yeah, I am slow reflexes and I'm not particularly... I wouldn't say competitive, I just don't have that whole I want to stomp you into paste ego. Oh, what's wrong, Toby? No? No cuddle? Dodgy! Come on. Come on, baby. No? My cats have forsaken me. Yeah, you need to have the, like, I want to be drenched in your blood mentality to be really successful in the aggressively themed PvP. And I'll do PvP, but there has to be something that, interests me. It'll be a long, slow, laborious process, and I will suck, and I will constantly ask myself what's killing me, but I'll do it. I mean, otherwise you don't get the furnishings you need, or the achievement, or the ridiculous hat, or the skin, All those kind of things. But yeah, personally I'd rather tend towards something along the lines of, look what I built out of nothing, rather than shower me with your blood, peon. Or whatever your preferred diss to someone is. No worries, man. Real life. Drive safe. Oh yeah, 9 o'clock, so like it's 4 PM and it's Eastern, 3 PM in the state, Central, I think. Oh no, wait, your time went forward, didn't it? Yeah, God. We're in that time of the year where American times went forward, but the UK one hasn't. But yeah, so that was the Stillwater Springs house. Next on the agenda for me is going to be leveling up my Necro Healer, which I'm going to stop streaming momentarily because it's like easier to archive this on YouTube, and then I'll probably like stream some dungeon grinding. Because I've got 12 more levels to get, and why not stream that? And also sky shards to hunt, because healers never have enough skill points. Right, so we'll be back in just a second. We're going to stop this one right here.